Hint, you can use the skip button to fast forward through text that you've already read. Did you know that, Jennifer?
Okay.
Good to know. We're fucking back with your favorite show. I mean, a rhyme. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me.
Hi, Nixja.
Yo, Sayori.
Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all.
I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you, anyway.
Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack?
Nah.
Huh? That's not like you at all.
I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori?
Eh? Why that all of a sudden?
Yeah, why actually? No reason, really. I don't know, it's kind of invasive. I just wanted to look at it. To be fair, I do...
Maybe he planted a snack in her bag.
Maybe. This is true. I do not remember anything that happened last time. I weirdly like going through chicks' purses. This is a weird thing to say, I realize that. But I like going through their purses because it's just like, you get to learn more about them. Like, I'm not one to fucking sit there and be like, hey, she's gone in the bathroom, you're gonna look through your fucking purse. But, like, I'll ask and be like, hey, can I check out your shit? Because you get to learn about a person. It's interesting. I'm not looking at her fucking credit card information or anything. I don't care.
I feel like
it's just curiosity.
I would feel uncomfortable looking through someone else's bag. It just seems like such a personal thing.
Well, ask first, and if they say no, it's like, it's fine. I am not saying that you should just go through people's personal things all willy-nilly. But you do get to find some interesting shit.
Yeah, I once picked up this hitchhiker who was clearly on crack, and she was just like digging through her purse the whole time. And then like later on, I found like a toothbrush, 3 tampons, a bunch of cigarettes, like just like so many random things scattered about my car.
Yeah, fair enough. Anyway, now that I've admitted.
Ah.
Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. Like, okay, so he pressured her into it, which isn't the greatest, but I mean, she's doing it, so that's better. I'm just trying to justify this now. Just whatever. Only 2 small coins fall out.
Aww.
I knew it. I could see right through you, Sayori.
That's not fair. How did you even know?
It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you had spent all of your money and that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves one option.
Aww. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty.
If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty.
Uh-huh.
Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. What the fuck was that?
I wasn't listening or anything.
Was that a human noise?
I was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Nixja to let me borrow some money. Oh, sorry, wrong character.
Oh, fuck.
Tell Nixja to let me borrow some money. That's... Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford.
Ooh, snap.
And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is a fair enough retribution.
Snap. Ellipses.
Did I just... I didn't mean that.
Yuri said a mean thing and now she feels bad.
I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you.
Fun.
That's... There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution.
I don't think...
I'm not sure.
We're in a fucking literature club, bitch.
Retribution? That! Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there? Eehee.
Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori.
Eehee.
Whap.
You might want to turn the music volume down.
No, I need the
Okay.
music volume in the recording so that there's
okay.
actual audio for the thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kya!
Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk.
Ooh. Ow. What was... A cookie?
Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution!
Retribution.
Actually, that one almost worked.
I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about my cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though.
Natsuki. That's so nice of you. I'm so happy.
Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just fucking eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes the largest bite.
So good.
Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth.
Oh, I bit my tongue.
You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie.
Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki.
Bitch, you just had one!
Can I try it?
Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers.
But yours is chocolate.
Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one?
Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Eehee.
Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. She's such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room.
Ooh.
Where's Monica anyway?
Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me.
Yeah, I haven't either.
That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay.
Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all.
Eh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true.
Excuse me? Suddenly, the door swings open.
Sorry, I'm super sorry.
Ah, there you are.
I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed.
Ah,
But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about?
Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up, anyway?
Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time.
That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least.
I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool!
It's a fucking song.
You should play sometime for us, Monica.
Like this song, specifically. Play us this song, Monica.
That's...
Monica looks at me.
Maybe once I get a bit better, I will. Yay!
That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Nixja.
Monica smiles sweetly. You
Lunging
can tell
pose.
because of her lunge. If she's going to do... what would that be? Would that be like... What was that, like Peaceful Warrior? Some variation?
Yeah, maybe Peaceful Warrior.
If she's gonna do Peaceful Warrior like that, she should probably do the other side. Ellipses. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Oh, don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love to have the chance to share once I'm ready.
I see, ellipses. In that case, comma, best of luck, period.
Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I?
Not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone here has settled down already. Looks like everyone has settled already. Fucking god damn it, shit. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Fuck. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. What a whore. Yuri is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Insert gay joke here.
Nixja.
Sayori suddenly comes up to me.
I'm gonna get some supplies from another classroom. Want to come with me?
Supplies? What for?
Well, you know how the festival is coming up. Me and Monica were going to make some posters and stuff. So I need to go find some crayons and markers and glue sticks.
Ah, I see. Sure, I'll go with you.
Yay! Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Are you going with Nixja to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with him. Aw, but I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff.
It weirdly is.
Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay? Okay. Ready, Nixja?
Yes, fucking do it! Sayori and I exit the clubroom. I follow behind as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Oh my god, a different background. Honestly, a different background. It feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey, Sayori, what exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature.
Me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry.
Is that so?
Yup. We're gonna do a poetry performance.
Gasp! A performance? Of what kind? Poetry. She just said that. She just said poetry.
Well, everyone is gonna take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems.
Sweet. Ah. That sounds kind of dull?
Nixja, you're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just going to be about reading poems. It's about performing them. Like, you say the lines of the poem like, between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons to me.
Yes.
I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers.
I found out recently that this is called the Metal Claw.
I have to do that if I'm doing a dramatic reading.
Oh, I have to too. You have to. It's just in it.
Wouldn't be able to without it.
No, for sure. Also, when you get a really, really low, like, growl in a song, like, ooh. Gotta
Beautiful.
do it. Did you read that line? I don't remember.
Yes.
Okay, you did.
But to what ends have I summoned this joy? For now, when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. Dun dun dun. Like that.
Sayori, how do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that.
Eh? You meanie. I'm working super hard on this, you know?
I know. I just meant that it's a pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self.
Ah, don't say that. It's embarrassing.
It's like not a compliment.
But I guess that means I'm doing a good job.
Yeah, I guess so.
Ah, I'm so excited. The festival is going to be so much fun.
Sayori spins herself around in the hallway again.
Hey, Nixja, this classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission.
Oh, let's fucking make out. The mission, eh? It's been a long time since I've spent time with Sayori like this. But in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went by, I began to hold myself up in my room more and more, so going adventuring with Sayori brings out a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us enter the classroom. Another different position. A background. Sayori heads straight to the closet, and I follow.
Let's see what we have in here. Crayons!
Sayori pulls a box full of crayons off the shelf.
They're the best brand, too. They're kind of dirty, though.
I had dirty crayons.
Ooh, dirty crayons.
It's like as sexual as the eggplant emoji. Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted, we'll still need to find...
Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color.
Nice. Fine. Then at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper.
Aw, I dropped one by accident.
Smack!
Ah!
Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. She falls onto the floor and the crayons spill all over her lap.
Ow, 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 ow!
You okay?
My forehead!
Sayori clutches her forehead. Jeez, Sayori. That's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayori is sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hands, Sayori.
But it hurts.
Just do it for a second. Aww.
Aww.
Sayori slowly releases her hands from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side.
Ow.
Sorry. There's a huge red mark in the center of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. It's a horn. She's a demon. Kill it. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice.
Nixja.
Where would I even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink could do?
You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn.
Even wincing from the pain, Sayori makes silly jokes. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run out into the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? It doesn't really matter since it'll be used as an ice pack rather than to drink. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box.
At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them.
Sayori here. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, you idiot.
Sorry, I forgot.
How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump on her head.
It stings.
Just bear with it, it'll be better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good.
Hey, Nixja. This kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it?
What do you mean?
You know how we used to play outside all the time?
Aww.
I would always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on the things you did. But sometimes, when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump. And I would start crying really hard. And you would rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know?
Did I really do that?
Yeah, you don't remember?
Come to think of it, maybe I do remember it a bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. So, in a way, it was my fault. Kind of like this time, too. If it wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head.
Nixja. I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years. You're rushing to help me, even though I'm just being clumsy.
Aww.
You're really a sweetheart.
Aww. Don't call me that. I'm a man. I don't really do this kind of thing all the time, big man. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even knew it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long.
Really? Maybe you're right. Nixja, I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think it'll be like this forever?
Forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling where we'll end up for college or after that. This wouldn't be fair for me to make any promises. But, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up.
I'm so happy.
Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment.
Ooh.
She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her.
I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know.
Good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead either way.
Not if I hide it under my bangs.
Sayori hops to her feet.
Aha!
She clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast if you're hurting yourself.
Oh.
Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. I follow Sayori out of the classroom. Sayori plays with her bangs to try to hide the bump, but without much success. In a moment, we make it back to the club room.
Ah, you're back. Good timing. I was just about ready to start with sharing our poems.
Yay.
Eh, Sayori, your forehead.
She's fine, don't worry about.
I was playing with the crayons and smacked my forehead into the shelf.
Ellipses.
Well, anyway, were you able to find everything we needed? Uh-huh, I have it right.
Sayori frantically glances around herself.
I forgot all the stuff!
Calm down. I have it all right here. I found the poster paper too.
Uh-huh. Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Nixja.
Well, Sayori, I failed to come up with an excuse for Sayori.
I made it an adventure!
Yeah, that.
Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight. Me too!
Fuck yeah.
Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems?
Oh, let's fucking do it! I guess I could grab mine. After making sure the crayon boxes closed tightly, I returned to my seat. Whose poem should I pick first? Which one?
I'm gonna say Sayori.
Okay. Who's reading? Are you reading? Am I reading?
Wait, it's your poem?
No, this would be your poem.
It's my poem. I read.
Okay.
Nixja, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me.
I'm not hiding anything.
But your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before.
I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so...
Eh? No way. Not even Natsuki?
Well, I guess Natsuki is the least likely to admit how much she likes something, but I don't think it's that.
What do you mean?
Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you.
Aw, eh? Aw.
Stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just mean you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life into an adventure. Even the little things.
Like cooking!
Let's not talk about that.
Hehe.
I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. You're my feelings conduit. We have that kind of weird connection. It's not your fault for getting in my business all the time. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time.
Eh? I don't know if I understand.
Huh. You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayori? I pat Sayori's head.
Aw, hey. I'm not a kid, you know.
Yes, you are. You're in school. You sure about that?
But she has titties. maybe.
Sayori starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands.
Hey, Nixja, will you give me your poem? I kind of want to keep it.
Aw, why?
Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me.
Exclamation point, exclamation point! Sayori, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give this to you when we go home.
Really?
Snap!
Ah, I broke my pencil.
Sayori hastily bends down to pick up the piece she dropped. But being inattentive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me.
Sorry.
It's fine, it's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking.
I'm a little clumsy today.
Let's sit down, Sayori.
Yeah.
I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem.
Oh. Sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours.
Jeez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it.
Sayori's poem, Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my old dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head.
Oh. What the fuck? Okay, there we go. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this?
Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever?
Yeah, but... I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you.
Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently.
I see that. It's almost kind of creepy.
Creepy?
Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being so cheerful. Never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it.
Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic.
I agree. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up.
Yeah. Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die.
Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. I didn't realize I was in this game. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Whose poem should I show my poem to next?
Monica.
Bam.
Hi again, Nixja. How's the writing going?
Alright, I guess.
I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece.
Nah, I wouldn't count on that.
You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today?
Sure, here you go. I gave my poem to Monica.
All right. It's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo.
That's exaggerating it.
Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her, even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy.
I'm not shy, it's just...
I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and again, too.
Aww.
I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I?
No, it's nothing like that. I'm still just getting used to being here, that's all.
Yeah. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that.
No, don't worry. I get what you're saying.
Well, alright. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too.
Alright, let's take a look.
Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating, waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me.
Oh, that's weird.
Huh.
That was fucking cool. Real talk, I like that. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh?
Aha. I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it.
No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess.
I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise.
I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though.
Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day.
Monica's writing tip of the day.
Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind.
What fourth wall? I don't know what you're talking about.
Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Whose poem should I read next? I'm just gonna save real quick.
Yeah, I feel like
let's just save right there.
Yeah, I feel like that was a strong suggestion.
Let's save. Let's do that. Return. I want to read Natsuki's next.
Okay.
Well, it's not really any worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better either. Phew. Huh? What's phew? What? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe was that a compliment? Haha! Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. Something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sari's poem from yesterday. Really, you think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sari has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how could someone so... fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. Ugh, that's a little unnecessary. But think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh, yeah, I guess I'm supposed to, show you my poem? Here. Amy likes spiders. I couldn't figure out if it said Amy or Army. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggling, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words, but she likes spiders, and that's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg real bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Such complexity in the words. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I'm just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's how everyone thinks It doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure, something that you're afraid if people find out they make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid, and she's right. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn respect others for liking weird things, ellipses. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of people can too. That's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, ellipses. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so fucking look forward to it, bitch!
Yuri!
What?
Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Nixja. Your skills are already improving.
Really? Thank you, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot.
Eh? It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire my fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid of a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise.
I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing.
I have, an example of that, if you'd like to read it.
Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands over her poem.
I can't read her handwriting. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night, while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human.
I thought it said wandering. You may be right. No. I think it's unordinary. I think you're right.
I don't know. Extraordinary, unordinary, wandering human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread my hungry curiosity, the raccoon an urge. The moon increments its pleasure and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife, the very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning.
Nice.
I slice the bread, and I feel myself again. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's.
I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about.
That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them.
Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean.
Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies.
I would feed a raccoon.
It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them.
That's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest?
Hey? She did?
Yeah.
What are their weird hobbies? What are they into?
She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody.
She's right. Does she really feel that way?
Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common.
That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that.
Yeah, don't worry, I have no reason to.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room...
Is this about the festival?
Well, sort of.
Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I really don't do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event.
Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event.
Ah, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing.
Performing?
Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori is putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Hee.
Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. You're kidding me? Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you?
Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea?
Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't set up for this, you know? There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that.
Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys! No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. That's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry.
Ellipses.
But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun.
Yeah!
That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it.
Ellipses. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but... Ellipses. It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with.
Alright! Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri?
Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces.
I guess I don't really have a choice. Aha! That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri! This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other.
No way!
Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers?
Not like this!
It's too soon! No. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now, let's see.
Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. Then she stands behind the podium.
The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem.
Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes upon Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud.
That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Oh, Yuri's all fired up all of a sudden.
Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium.
This poem is called...
Yuri anxiously glances at each of us.
You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye.
Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is filled with twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her. It's that we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat.
Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing.
Looks like Yuri is down for the count.
Okay. I guess I'm next then.
Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium.
This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled.
Sorry.
It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reading it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then.
Sayori begins her poem. Somehow, it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice gives it almost a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes, and we applaud.
I did it!
Good job, Sayori.
Even Nixja liked it. I guess that's a good sign.
What does that even mean?
It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. Eh? I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. Then next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more.
Snap.
We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki?
Don't make me go before Nextja. It's not like I can compare with you guys anyway. Might as well just let Nixja lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it.
Natsuki?
It's fine. I might as well just get it over with. It's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else.
Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki.
Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called... Why are you all looking at me?
Because you're presenting.
Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. It's because she's a mad rap star. What? Her words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again.
Aw, well... Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people?
Fuck you. I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want to with other people. But when it's just my friends, it's embarrassing.
That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me.
Well, it's just how it is, so...
Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you'll all have an idea what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting.
Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead.
That's fine, too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this.
Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. It's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, and I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori?
Yep.
Look at you two, always going home together like that.
It's kind of adorable, isn't it?
Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it.
It must be a little nice, though.
Well, how am I supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, Nixja. You don't have to say it.
Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori.
Sorry, I was spacing out.
No wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... I mean...
Sayori fumbles with her words.
So, let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you.
Huh?
What would you do?
What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well, what would we do?
I don't know. What would we do?
What would we do?
Why couldn't you just walk home with both of them?
We're gonna find out on the next episode of Team Attack. Oh my god! Holy shit!
Yeah!
Yeah!